I'm Eddie Bromley. This is the Book of Revelation in 5 minutes, part 17.
Chapters 13 and 14 make a contrast between two kinds of kings. Now, in chapter 13, we're told about a great beast that comes out of the water. In fact, we're told that there are two beasts. One represents the nation of Rome and its military strength. One represents the economic system behind Rome. But both have become demonic, both have become oppressive, and both demand absolute loyalty from all of its citizens. And this absolute loyalty comes in the way of a mark upon the hand or upon the forehead. And this is a mockery of the Shema. Some Orthodox Jews would take portions of the Torah, usually the Shema, Hear, O Israel, the Lord your God is one. They would wrap them up, put them in little boxes, and place them really not probably on the palm, but actually upon the wrist. The Hebrew word for hand can include the wrist area, or sometimes they would place them upon the head. And that would remind them of the central loyalty of their life, which was to the Lord. Well, this ruler, this beast, demands absolute loyalty, and he wants to put his mark upon all people. And the mark is 666, which has puzzled people for centuries. In a small minority of ancient texts, the number is actually 616. So the number of the beast is 666 or 616. Now what does that mean? Well, ancient Greek, ancient Hebrew, and ancient Latin didn't have numerals. They used letters to stand in for numbers. You might remember that from learning Roman numerals, and they're just letters. Same thing in ancient Greek and same thing in ancient Hebrew. If you take the name Nero Caesar and take it from Latin into Hebrew, it's the number 666. You take it from Greek into Hebrew, it's the number 616. This wouldn't have been real puzzling. It would have taken a little bit to figure out, but not a lot for these ancient people, because they would have seen these letters as also being numerals, and it would have been pretty easy for them to figure out. Now, John is not saying that Nero is the last of the Antichrist or the Antichrist. There's a Hydra kind of effect to the Antichrist and to these beasts. As one's killed, as one's purged, another rises up to take its place. But he does become an archetype of rulers who demand that their subjects and their citizens give loyalty to them that even goes above the loyalty we have to God, which of course challenges the basic tenet of our faith. In chapter 14, we read about another leader, another king, another emperor, and this one is the slain Lamb of God. And he too marks his people. He marks them out as his own, to protect them, to seal them, to identify them as his own. We get this imagery first from the book of Ezekiel. Before judgment arrives in the form of the exile and the conquest of Jerusalem, an angel is sent with a signet ring throughout the city to mark those who are his own. And it is God's way of promising that we will not be lost in the shuffle, we will not be lost in the midst of the chaos. But here's the point of chapters 13 and 14. The ancient church and the church today is facing a question of loyalty. To whom or to what do we give our highest allegiance? Will we give it to this world, to this economic system, to nationalism, to military power? If so, that will mark our lives. It'll mark our lives in an indelible way, but it'll also mark us for destruction. Or will we allow the Lamb of God, the crucified and risen Jesus, to mark us as his own? That'll mark our life as well, indelibly. It'll mark it with the things of God, with holiness, with grace, and so set us apart as the people of God. Choice is up to us.
Like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe for more content.